But the Saint Holic page, like I only have like 8,000 like 500 followers. Like I'm trying to get to like 1 million. So I appreciate you. Why am I gay? Yeah, man. I wish I was gay, bro. That shit's funny. You know, it's funny how people get triggered because they cannot be the man that I am. Like, yes, you're a bitch if you have not retired your mom. Yes, you're a bitch if you smoke weed and drink alcohol. Yes, you're a bitch if you do not go to the gym. Yes, you're a pussy if you're broke. These are facts. These are facts. And the ones who do not agree, they're going to hate because they do not have the discipline to achieve this.
It's always the YouTube video. It's never the contract signed. Weird. A lot of comments saying they would beat me up. Nobody signing anything.
Well guys, it looks like we are back again with some more goober behavior in the alpha male universe. And today, instead of talking about good old Wesley Watson himself, we will be talking about one of his brand new prized students, Amir, and one of his older students that everyone knows as Power Bottom Perry. And you see, I have actually made a video on each one of these complete goobers not too long ago, and it seems that I got both of their attention, and of course, just like every alpha male does, they just had to respond. So we're gonna go ahead and jump straight on into it, and we'll start this off with good old Amir. And if you're not familiar with who Amir actually is, he is basically someone who has been bragging nonstop about the fact that he's paying Wesley to be his friend, and has picked up quite a few behaviors from the good old Pegster. And these involve just getting angry and talking in a weird high-pitched voice.
Can you pay half the bills? Can we split the car payment? Can we split the rent? I'm sorry, you're a little boy. You're a little boy. You're still a little boy.
But also involve a lot more destructive behaviors, like trying to press random strangers because they said something that hurt your feelings.
What's up, bro? What's up, bro?
And the craziest part about that clip right there is that he hopped in his car and drove around till he found that guy, before jumping out and doing that stupid shit right there. And it appears that Amir isn't only taking quotes and lessons from good old Wes Watson, because in one of his more recent posts, it looks like he has even taken pages out of the one and only Benezule's book, and is saying damn near the same things about Belgian horses, except with some very slight differences. And it even seems like his Instagram post on it was released only a little bit after Ben's Instagram post was. So this guy is just a student of everybody's work when it comes to being a complete dipshit.
Belgian horses are the biggest and the strongest horses in the world. Each one could pull 12,000 pounds. If the two of them are put together,
24,000 right there.
exactly. But when you put two alpha males together, they could pull 36,000 pounds because one pushes the other.
In order to push yourself, you need to hang out with other fucking winners. There's this horse called the Belgian horse. One Belgian horse can pull 5,000 pounds by itself. But when you put two Belgian horses together, they can pull 15,000 pounds. When you get other men around other alpha men, what it does is it triggers something deep in their soul that's over 6,000 years old. It's alpha, it's tribal, and it's what pushes us men to do our best.
So as you can clearly tell, this man is a student when it comes to studying all of these different alpha males and basically copying their goober-ass tactics, to where he's not only pulling some very similar quotes as King Azule, but he's even out here trying to assault people like his poppy Wes Watson. And this isn't where the similarities end, of course, because as I mentioned earlier, he responds to the haters in a very similar way as them. And after I released my video, only about 5 hours after, he was already making posts on his Instagram stories, talking about they are making videos about me again, and being proud that I put him next to Wes Watson like it's some sort of accomplishment. And this shows me that he clearly didn't actually watch the video, because what I was doing throughout the video was not comparing him to Wes, but instead calling him a Wes Glazer and a Wes Watson wannabe. And after posting these different pictures, he then had the audacity to go on multiple little rants on his story where he was clearly coping, and it all started with his dumbass just doubling down on all of the stupid shit that he actually said.
I fucking love this. Literally, they're posting about Vincent Fisher, Wes Watson, and now me? You're putting me up there with them? Man, I love it. I love it. Someone literally just made a video about me, how I'm fake, how I'm not real, this, that, and the other. How, man, that shit's funny. We got people commenting saying that I didn't even retire my mom. My mom's in the other room right now, like watching a movie. Like, she does not work. That shit's funny. You know, it's funny how people get triggered because they cannot be the man that I am. Like, yes, you're a bitch if you have not retired your mom. Yes, you're a bitch if you smoke weed and drink alcohol. Yes, you're a bitch if you do not go to the gym. Yes, you're a pussy if you're broke. These are facts. These are facts. And the ones who do not agree, they're going to hate because they do not have the discipline to achieve this.
And yeah, clearly he's coping his ass off. And for some reason, he thinks he's being put on the same level as Vincent Fisher and Wes Watson, which is just not an achievement at all to begin with. But on top of that, dog, you are not being compared to them. You are being called the great value version of them. And then I don't even know what he was going on about with the mom thing, because not only did he just sit there and say his mom is in the next room, but when I recorded it, it was already 11 p.m. at night, and he only recorded it 2 hours before I did. So no shit, even if your mom works, she is gonna be home. Like, what are you proving with this? That was just a dumb thing that he threw in there because he was salty that people were saying that. And the best part is, I didn't say a word about his mother, and the only reason he was mad was because he probably saw one comment talking about it. And as we all know, he gets set off by the smallest things. Like, for fuck's sake, he screamed about a rented Lambo for a week straight over one comment he got. So of course he was gonna crash out about this one. And as I said, this was just the beginning, because he then went on to go on this little rant where he was basically trying to thank me for making the video on him.
Yo, the only reason why I even know about this video is someone shot me a DM. They're like, yo, someone's talking shit about you. I was like, oh, here we go, another one. But the Saint Holic page, like, I only have like 8,500 followers. Like, I'm trying to get to like 1 million. So I appreciate you. Like, I really do. I genuinely appreciate you, because, you know, talking shit, what it does is it brings more people to my page. And I really am trying to get out there on social media. Like, I really want more people to know about me. Some people are gonna, you know, believe the shit, and that's okay. You know, everyone's entitled to an opinion, but a lot of people who are actually smart, who have high IQ, they're gonna actually understand my real story and who I am. So those are the people who I'm trying to get to, and I really appreciate you, man. Whoever you are, I don't know.
And I have no clue what he means by believe the bullshit when I am quite literally playing his own clips in order to demonstrate this stupid behavior. But he went this route that they all go, where they sit there and just say that they're thankful, or try to, you know, trick you into thinking that this is what they want. When in reality, every time that people do get a video on them, it ends up like King Azule or Mike Forgione, and they just end up crying about it nonstop. And the funniest part is that after this, he then tried to do a Q&A. And I don't think he was too thankful anymore, because it started off like this right here.
Why am I gay? Yeah, man. I wish I was gay, bro. Women are fucking crazy, dude. But unfortunately, I like pussy, bro. I love pussy. I'm not attracted to men. I'm not gay, bro. I like pussy. And you're funny. Very funny. I ain't shit. I guess I'm not, man. Yeah. I guess I ain't shit. Oh man.
And since this was the way that the Q&A started, it only became about the haters. Like, even though he was laughing it off, he then sat there and talked about the supposed haters non-stop for the entire fucking Q&A. So it seems he really is copying Wes on everything, and is turning into his whole account just being about the haters like good old Wesley's is.
Show them haters your bank account to put respect on your name. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I really don't care. I chew tobacco.
You cannot face life on life's terms and you're weak. You are a drug addict.
It's one of my bad habits that I have. I don't care what haters think. What I do, like, I don't care what anyone thinks. What I want to do is I do this social media shit to help that Amir from, when I was young, I didn't have people to show me the way. I didn't have anyone. I had to find out on my own. So I do this to help that young cat, to help that person who's 18, 19, 25, 35, 45, who's overweight.
How are you helping them with all of this goofy ass behavior? Like pressing some random guy on the street because he said something that hurt your feelings. That's not how you really help them, that's how you help them get shot. And then on top of that, you're putting all of these dumbass ideas in their head, like they have to retire their mom ASAP, while flexing all of your different bullshit, just making them even more insecure about their life, when they're probably just getting started. So if you really wanted to help them, you wouldn't be doing all of this goober shit for what you really want, which is attention. But on top of that, he then decided to expose himself, because one of the goofy clips that I was talking about in my last video that he was mad over was him saying that if you have alcohol every now and then, or if you smoke weed every now and then apparently you're just a drug addict because they are mind-altering substances. But that is exactly what nicotine and chew is.
Alcohol is a drug too. Alcohol is a mind-altering substance. If you smoke weed or drink alcohol, you cannot face life on life's terms and you're weak. You are a drug addict.
So by his own definition, he must be a fucking drug addict. So this guy just can't keep anything straight, and he's gonna sit there and claim that he doesn't care about the haters, but then went on another long-ass tangent about the haters that he doesn't care about.
Because it's easier to hate. It's easier to hate than to change your life and become better. It's easier to hate than to change your life and become better. I remember growing up, my dad, why don't we have money? Oh, because money doesn't grow on trees, and the rich are evil. And, that's just how people are raised, because they see something that's really hard to attain. So it's a lot easier to hate and talk shit than to look in the mirror and be like, look, this is who I am, this is where I want to be, and this is what I need to do. So let me just hate and talk shit, because I'll never be able to do that, because I don't have the discipline. So let me just hate and talk shit, because I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm not going to be able to wake up early. I'm not going to be able to believe in myself and to push myself when no one else does. I'm not going to have a sickening work ethic. I'm not going to do that to get here. So let me just talk shit and hate, because that's just a lot easier. That's why people hate, because they cannot attain, and they're mad at themselves for not being able to attain their goals. It's also insecurity and weakness. Insecurity and weakness. I've never had someone that had more money than me, that was in better shape than me, that would hate. It's always someone that's in worse shape than me, that has less money than me, that's less successful. Always, every single time.
And that's kind of where he decided to finally stop his little multi-stage video crash out and Q&A over my video. But he still was not done yet, because he's also gone on a streak of just posting a bunch of different Instagram pictures where he's still trying to call out the haters and talk shit. And they're things like, the people who laugh at your post are the same ones who get excited when their boss lets them leave 10 minutes early, or when they get a TV on Black Friday. But neither of these compared to this one, where he stated that if you're hating on me and bro, it is valid because one of us either cracked your girl or we have more money than you. And I just cannot believe that a husband and a father, from what I can tell, is out here posting shit like this on his Instagram page because I made fun of him for trying to press random people who hurt his feelings. And I think that this is just the perfect place to be done with Amir because it really shows just how goofy and insecure this guy actually is. And we're now going to go on to Wes's old student, which is Power Bottom Perry, who also got mad that me and Daddy Wells made videos on him for being obsessed with dubs and getting all mad and going on multiple little rants. And he started off his little crash out with this video right here, where you could just tell that he was salty about it.
I just want to know, does it suck to work a real job to compile my life together to only get 5,000 views? Even when you guys use massive names and try to tie me to people that I haven't talked to in a while, you still get like 5,000 views. Exact same people comment on your guys' stuff, but the traction never comes back to Instagram. You guys should hit me up. I'll teach you how to build a real brand.
And I don't know why he thinks that we just spent a bunch of time digging through footage or digging through his life when the motherfucker is posting the videos we used at the very top of his Instagram and on his stories. But since it is Power Bottom Perry that we're talking about here, he then got mad and tried to challenge us to a fight again and went on a few different little tangents about it where I guess he was so salty that he just wanted to throw hands.
It's always the YouTube video. It's never the contract signed. Weird. A lot of comments saying they would beat me up. Nobody signing anything. Much love, y'all. It's my birthday weekend. We're about to go out here and have fun. Let's get it. On a very serious note, I think every YouTuber should be able to speak their mind, and I think everybody should be able to say what they want, do what they want, and it not turn into that big of a deal. I just say that I'll box anybody because they always say I'm a fake alpha. You do have to sign a contract. I don't want any situation getting blown out of hand like other situations have in the past with other people. I don't want anyone to get hurt. I love each and every human. This is just my marketing. I love y'all. Shout out for the shout out. And y'all keep making them YouTube videos, man. I appreciate it. Because what happens is those people come and search my Instagram, and then it pushes me out to the people like fitness coaches that then sign up for my brand. Much love, y'all. Faith over fear, baby.
And you just have to love that instead of enjoying his birthday, he's too busy out here just making a bunch of different posts on Instagram talking about the haters and being mad that no one wants to fight his goober ass for absolutely no reason. Like, nobody cares this much except for you, man. And he of course continued to spend his birthday weekend by then going after Daddy Wells and trying to roast her because apparently she made fun of his eye tattoo, which everyone does, and that was crossing some type of line.
So we talking about looks now, huh? Like that you were talking about my video making fun of my eye tattoo? I got this from my best friend that died in the Marine Corps, and it's a symbolization of the scars that veterans carry around. But you're going to have a bigger scar when you find out every one of my following thinks you're built like the worms off of Men in Black. So if we want to get to this roast session underway, let's go ahead and get it. Let's get this cracking, because Instagram is my world. You can do whatever you want on YouTube. Let's bring it to my world. Welcome to the Roast Fest.
And yeah, apparently Instagram is just his world and his dojo. And he then tried to use the whole Marines thing to go ahead and deflect the fact that he just has a really stupid tattoo, which is just crazy in general, because even though I have respect for anyone who has served, you can't use that to try and justify getting one of the worst tattoos that I have ever seen. Like, it looks like you went and watched The Lion King and then got inspired and said you were gonna get that shit on your face. But with all of that said, I think this is the perfect place to end it, because after this, he only went crazy in comment sections, and it was a lot of the same bullshit. But I just had to cover it all, because we not only have Wes Watson just going crazy now, but we also have his prize student and ex-student putting all of his training to work, and just embarrassing the living shit out of themselves. So if you enjoyed, please drop the sub and the like, and join the Saints Mafia, where we are just staying on all of these alpha males. And I'm out. Watching Wes's students continue to lose it, in peace.
A salary is the bait that they give you to stay a slave. A salary is what keeps you chained to your 9 to 5. When I decided to bet on myself, when I decided that I was worth it, and when I decided to take the risk is when my life started to change. If you are scared, this video right here is for you to see, and it's your sign to take the risk. Quit your job. Stop doing the 9 to 5. Stop it. If you want to start your own business, today is your time to start your business. Today is the day to start. Greatness is upon you.